Hi everybody, this is Tim Schafer from Double Fine Productions, makers of Brutal Legend. We're going to be showing you a little bit more of the game today, like that other commentary video I did, but this one's not going to suck because I have backup today. We have our lead designer, Erik Robson.
Hey, folks.
Hello. And we have our art director, Lee Petty.
Hi.
See? Perky. We're going to drive to the Headbanger Mines for a mission, but first we're going to check out some of the landscape along the way. That's very nice. Oh, what's that spotlight do? Eric.
Oh, that looks like it's pointing out the location of your next mission, Tim.
Oh, thank you for explaining that. Now,
Well,
I don't know who's
does
driving
Deuce
this
stand out
right
to you?
now, but they seem to be a little lost. I think they're looking for their car.
I think they're just admiring the beauty of the art.
Yeah. There's a little bit of Mount Rockmore up there in the corner. Oh, this is showing how in Brutal Legend you can play guitar solos to do interesting things like summon your car out of thin air. Yes, which will help you drive around the awesome landscape. We have like 64 square kilometers of world to explore. And tell us, what's the area we're driving through now, Lee?
We're driving in a field in front of an area known as Bladehenge, and this area is interesting because there's lots of remnants of the ancient race of Titans left over. So there's these giant eroding swords, and there's some exhaust pipe trees we're driving by. And I think this is a really cool area because you get to see the juxtaposition of like a modern looking asphalt road with sort of ancient fantasy looking elements.
You said a juxtaposition, which really ratchets up the level of rhetoric we're going to be using in this.
Yeah. I have three words I use like that.
People should be ready for some really great
Paradigm shifts?
paradigm shifts. Okay, now the person operating the controls here obviously screwed up and hit a tree. So we're going to look at some of the tire. No, we're not. We're just going to keep going.
Oh man, that thing is so cool that we're just driving under there, Lee.
Yes, that was an ancient engine block that's sort of part of the landscape that's been eroded over time to reveal.
And
So-
the idea is that there are different layers of civilization that have been here. There's an ancient race of Titans that made things like the giant highway. There are also modern people here, like these people who built this campfire and made that graffiti. I like to think that actually Lars himself painted that little signature to his name, because Lars Halford is the leader of the human resistance, who hasn't really been that successful in getting that many people to join his army. It's really just him and his sister. So it's either him or his sister that painted that.
Well, the best places to hang out are always under bridges.
If there's only something that Eddie could do to help Lars build an army.
Oh, what a great segue into... There's Lars Halford himself. He is a mission contact. You can talk to mission contacts like Lars. Oh, here, let's listen to this cutscene.
So this is it. The crushing pit. Hundreds of our strongest young men, toiling their lives away, like their fathers and grandfathers before them. Given no tools. Forced to break solid rock with nothing but their own thick skulls.
Well, come on, let's bust them out of there. Where's the gate?
There is no gate.
What?
They have nowhere to go. No idea how to function outside the pit. Society has no use for them, so they stay underground. I wish I could help them, but I mean, what do you do with a bunch of kids who don't know how to do anything but bang their heads all day long?
You start a revolution, Lars.
I'm not going to mention the bug I saw in that cutscene, out of respect for Lee.
It came back.
Here you can pick whether to start
Right
the revolution
now.
now or later.
It's time to sound the battle cry.
Have you been looking at my sword?
There's a dirty part coming up here. Now Eddie learns a new guitar solo called the Battle Cry, which he can play to motivate troops who are unmotivated, summoning the Battle Cry of the Titans.
I need to get back to Bladehenge before Ophelia does something dangerous.
I'll meet you back there, with an army fit for a king.
So this is where Eddie has to go into these mines and rescue all the headbangers that have been kidnapped by General Linewhite. General Linewhite's the leader of the hair metal militia who's been helping the demons oppress the rest of humanity. And there's some of his miners are working here.
This area is one of the first times the player really gets to see kind of what the strata of the brutal earth looks like. You can see that down in throughout the walls, there's all sorts of auto parts and other hot rod elements that are just sort of embedded like fossils there.
Yeah, because the Titans buried all these things for people to find and dig up, but the idea is kind of that the demons have been digging them up, but they only care about the leather in the seats of the cars, and General Linewhite only cares about the mirrors from the cars, so they really aren't using them the way that Eddie wants to.
And there's this cool idea that the some Titans are still in the center of the Earth, building new layers into.
Oh, you gotta listen to this.
All right.
That's Rob Halford screaming motivational slogans in the form of General Lion White. Positive attitude.
Yes.
That's one of my favorites.
Says that a lot in The Office.
Yeah, exactly.
In that voice.
That's who plays General Lion White, is Rob Halford. It's one of the two characters he plays in the game. So the player has to figure out how to motivate these lost souls down here by playing the battle cry.
What is that sound?
It's a devil screaming. It's an angel singing. It is the pounding of creation's hammer upon the anvil of time.
It's fucking awesome.
It's called heavy metal, and it's the real reason you should bang your heads, not for that guy.
Yeah, screw this place.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Metal!
Hey, hang on, guys. I know we're all struggling right now, but I'm telling you, this is all gonna pay off really soon.
Yeah, our manager says that if we just work hard and produce a high-quality product, that we'll be able to move up to cush guard jobs in the General's Pleasure Tower.
There's gonna be piles of chicks and booze and stuff.
We're with him.
Hey man, sorry, but
We got a sweet gig here, and we're not about to let you greasebags ruin it.
guard!
Riot!
Walk out!
I heard those guys over there say they're organizing a union.
We'll go sound the alarm!
All right, so Eddie's caused this rift in the labor force. He's motivated the headbangers to join him, but the guys who are a little more into their hair are really kind of like the comfortable gig they have here, and they don't want to leave.
Man, I have wanted to do that forever.
That's for killing Charlie, you bastard.
Whoa. Hey, okay. See how much ass you dudes kick when you band together like that? That's awesome! Now with just a little bit of practice, I bet I can turn you dudes into a well-oiled machine of death. You into it? Okay, first, when I do this, it means you gotta follow me, okay? Okay, let's try it.
Okay, what is this, Eric?
So this is our introduction to some of the basic squad commands. So there you got follow. And Eddie issues orders to all the squads around him, and then they'll follow those orders.
And then they'll attack enemies that come near or things that piss them off, like the statue.
Right, they're pretty smart about what to attack.
Okay, now, opposite style. When I do this, it means don't follow me. Stay put, defend this hollowed ground, got it? Defend this pile of crap with your very lives. Okay, here we go.
Did I mention lately that Jack Black does the voice of Eddie Riggs? Have I mentioned that in the last 5 minutes?
I don't think that's ever been mentioned. It's exclusive.
Yeah, it's exclusive to this commentary.
Yes.
Jack Black is in Brutal Legend.
It's rumored that this game is based on heavy metal as well.
I just think this part shows that his acting is really good, and the animation that went along with it is good.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around now, and if I see anyone following me, I'm gonna be really disappointed. Yes, you guys pass. For now. But now we gotta huddle up for the big finale.
What's this command, Eric?
So here we've got, he's going to hit follow to bring him back to his area. And they're going to go ahead and take care of that statue.
Oh, I skipped the defend command.
Yeah.
That was another good command.
Now this time we're gonna mix it up. I'll defend this area, while you dudes go kick the shit out of that statue over there.
Let's do it.
Okay, so when I do this, you go completely nut shit on whatever I'm pointing at, okay? Get ready?
Why is there so much swearing in the game, Lee?
You know, I mean, why is there so much swearing in life and heavy metal? And the other question is, those statues actually have gems for nipples, which I don't know if you noticed that.
I've actually never noticed that.
Yeah.
That was, let's stay focused. That was the charge command, of course.
Oh, sorry. That was the charge command.
I hate statues!
Well done. I'm proud of you boys. But to build an army big enough to take on the real Lion White, we're gonna need some more dudes. We gotta bust all your fellow headbangers out of these stupid mines. What do you say? Are you with me?
Are those all the commands, Eric?
Those are the commands that we teach you here in the early game, and then there's
One more secret one.
a
isn't
secret
there?
one that,
We'll have to show you later.
right.
We're just going to keep doing commentaries until we've shown every mission in the game. Save you guys money.
Now let's go. No headbanger left behind. You dudes are with me.
Here's the big pan over the crushing pit. Gyre pit. There's a golden lion white effigy up there in the top, overseeing their work.
Who's this guy?
That's our pit boss.
I thought his name was Mittens.
Really?
Mittens. Yeah, well, you know, it's a pet name. Mittens, actually, it's a safe word, right?
You have to look close to see they're moving that wheel with their heads. They do everything with their heads. There's like a really orderly version of this game where they had axes, and we took their axes away because their heads were such cool weapons.
Well, they've mined this whole area out with nothing but their heads, right? So.
Yes, for generations they've been given no tools. Forced to... You're listening to that cutscene, were you?
Oh,
forced
yeah.
to break solid rock with their own thick heads. They look really freaky if you can see them standing upright because their necks are really, really well developed. So here now the player's like giving them a charge command to bust them through that that blockade.
And then he's got to follow command.
Lead them into battle now. So this mission is first a tutorial in those basic squad controls, and then this area down here helps you learn how to use them best, because there are 3 supports that you have to defend to keep that gyre from falling into the lava, and you have to control where your troops go to make sure all 3 of them are covered at once.
But it's also an opportunity to kick some ass with your axe and your guitar.
That's right. He just did a rock kick just then. There's the power slide. This is a shocker.
Look at the carnage.
Is that all you got, Mittens? Traitors, animals, I'd rather see you dead than free.
He's got this Employee of the Month badge on. It was Tim's idea.
Finally. Okay, we're going to jump out of the mission at that point. Can't spoil the whole thing. And let's just say we just beat that mission and we're emerging from the mines again, and we're going to go drive around. But now that we've freed some of those headbangers and also the hair metal guys, they're now roaming around in the open world out here, and we can get in fights with them or just drive over them in our car because they're bad.
Is that demon deer eating the corpse of one of your headbangers?
That is a raptor elk, and he was eating a corpse. And you can also tame him with lightning and then ride him around and look at the glee he uses as he slays hairbangers. All the animals in the world you can interact with. I just interacted with that porcupine. But you can also tame the porcupines with lightning and ride them around. No, you can't ride them around, but you can pick them up and you can throw them like weapons. Whoosh. And then here's some of my guys showed up. Headbangers.
We've got one of these little skirmishes that happens in the open world. He's doing that's the double team with the headbangers where you form a little mosh pit with them.
Yeah, they surround you, and I just beat up all those hairbangers, and so I got some fire tributes for that. And why'd you hit that rock, Eric? I'm gonna pretend that you're driving now, so that every mistake is yours. So let's just drive down here, Joe, and we'll head towards that beacon, which is our next mission.
Kind of going back to one of the areas, the big open areas, the Blade Hinge Field area, where we have this sort of ancient
Eric,
guitar statue.
Oh, you missed it.
Joe.
So let's find another one of these sweet jumps with the
Here, let me take the controls for a second.
All right.
Awesome. Okay, so some of the jumps have rewards in the form of those spark plugs, which are these little bugs that look like spark plugs flying around, and when you hit a cloud of those, you get more fire tributes. Now, the fire tributes, they add up. Oh, sorry about that. They add up. Oh, jeez. They add up, and you can use them later in the Motor Forge to upgrade your car and your axe. Another way to get fire tributes is to find one of these what are these, Eric?
What we got there is a bound serpent. It's been tied up by the demon Lord Diviculus.
Tied up, and it has a ball gag in its mouth.
Well, I wasn't going to say it, but
Well,
I think the ball gag was Lee's idea.
well, yes. But, I mean, that's really the most succinct statement of servitude. It's a ball gag.
We found one on his desk, and he was really embarrassed, and I asked him why he had it, and then he said it was reference for the game, and then that thing showed up in the game, and then here's another one.
This is true.
That's one of the rules of our design rules is that it's a bug if there's a waterfall that doesn't have anything cool in it.
He's actually not kidding.
Oh,
Here's one of the landmark viewers.
Here's that is my that's our little celebration of the Scorpion's blackout. The forks in the eyes.
The little dash of Maiden in there.
That's a pretty cool way to show off some of the world art that the world builders have done there.
Are those chrome volcanoes?
Those are chrome volcanoes.
All my dreams have come true. I love chrome volcanoes. And you got fire tributes for finding that vista in the game.
And Tim, what are we going to do with all these fire tributes?
We are going to go down into Motor Forge and see our special guest. Oh, look at that. That's a Talisk, and it's chasing a raptor elk. Okay, here is the Motor Forge. These are ancient relics that are mostly buried underground, and whenever you see the Devil's Thorn plant grow, you know that if you play the Relic Raiser guitar solo, you can raise ancient relics. Which are awesome looking. Did you see the flames coming out of the top of it? That was cool. But you can't go in there yourself. You have to be in your car because your Deuce is it's a special car. It's made from the flesh of the fire beast. Now we're driving deep into the center of the world where the Titans, some of them still remain, pounding out. There's one in the background now.
Well, it's about fucking time. Not bad. Looks like you figured out the instructions okay. You've got some demon flesh on your bumper, but that's the way the world is today, I'm afraid. Who? Oh, me? Oh, I'm nobody. I'm just a guardian of metal.
Oh, wow, great. So, you want to help me fight demons and stuff?
Nah, I'm not a fighter. I'm more of, what shall we say, a keeper of timeless secrets, that's all. Prove yourself worthy. Maybe I'll share some with you. For instance, did you know that this world was once ruled by an ancient race of titans? Now they were something. They took every part of that old fire beast. They took his blood, his fire, his steel flesh. They even took his scream, and they made that car there, and a million other things, including music. Fucking beautiful music, man. And when they rose to the heavens and became gods, they left instructions behind. How to make cars, music, the whole deal. Do you think anybody noticed? Nah. Bunch of wankers. No one figured out any of it. Until you, whoever you are. So, you must be somewhat worthy of the gods' favor, I suppose. So listen, if you do something that pleases the gods, they might reward you. With a fire tribute. Ha 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 ha. When they've paid you enough tributes, come see me. I'll share some more secrets of metal with you. Like how to turn that little beast you got over there into a real monster, among other things. Got it?
Yeah,
Ozzy.
Nice.
Now, did you know he could act that well?
No, he's awesome.
He's awesome. Okay, so where are we, Eric?
All right, so we're deep in the Motor Forge. This is a great place to spend all those fire tributes that you've accumulated through the game. So you can buy a bunch of upgrades. You've got a bunch of Deuce upgrades. You can upgrade your armor, your
Special attacks?
your engine, your axe treatments. You can upgrade your axe there. You can upgrade your guitar strings, your paint job for your Deuce.
It just looks cool, but it looks really, really cool. So
Yeah, isn't that its own benefit?
exactly.
Well, I think wanted to provide people a whole range of stuff they could do here, right? Some of them are just cosmetic, but a lot of them have a lot of direct impact on the gameplay.
Did you hear Ozzy roar 3 times
Right,
there?
such as
That was
the-
awesome.
Yeah.
Such as the roaring.
The roaring. Roaring is mandatory.
And the roaring is not cosmetic. The roaring has a big gameplay benefit. So yeah, secondary weapons, primary weapons, these things all end up being useful during missions.
They're good for shooting down the local population of animal life, too. Should you be that way, like Tim is.
Well, the porcupines are scary. They got spikes on them. You need, like, armor. There's special armor to protect you against
Hey,
guys?
whatever gets you through the night.
These speakers really pack a punch. These blow out the prettiest blue flames. These really help with
What was your inspiration for the mine art? That little thing on the back of the car, Lee?
You know, I thought the Deuce could use an ornate backside.
Huh.
I think it's called a cloaca.
Yes. That's the second appearance of the
Talk about
cloaca.
cloacas way too much.
They really are underappreciated in modern society.
I'm sure they'll cut that part out. So let's just soup up the car here. We can get extra armor on the front, which gives you ramming damage, and a super strong engine, extra nitro canisters on the back,
And it ends up being pretty cool.
and a radio to listen to all the Mouth of Metal is like a in-dash radio that plays all the most awesome metal songs from our soundtrack.
Really, is there some heavy metal in this game?
There's a little bit of heavy metal in the game.
And there's a couple other categories here we're not really digging into yet, but there's
Some of them
a
are
whole lot of awesome secret stuff.
Did we do a thing about rated M for mature yet this session?
Yeah.
You just can't stop Ozzy from swearing. That's one thing I found out in the studio. He's most comfortable. So there's that car, all souped up with a new paint job and some great armor. So I think that's all we're going to show for now. Say goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for watching.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Brutal Legends coming out in October, and for the Xbox 360 and PS3. Thanks for watching. See you next time. I said like it's a TV show.
Yeah. Next week on Tim.